Hi there from Troubled Waters. Hey, thanks for being on the video this evening. I want to jump right into it. This is a great verse we want to look at. Verses that inspire. We're going to look at Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 32. And the Apostle Paul is saying here, be kind to one another, tender hearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ is forgiving you. You know, I kind of see this as a warning. Uh, and let me explain that. When I see the cares of this world creep into my life, fear or just distraction, if there's things I'm trying to get done, I'm not on my A game because I'm distracted. And this is not a suggestion. This is a go-to. You know, if for me to live for Christ, to live for God every day of my life, that means I want to strive to be the best trophy stand I can be. So the trophy displayed is Jesus Christ. I want to support my Lord every way I can. And the way I do that is the instruction manual going to the Bible. And when I'm bound by fear and distraction, it's the opposite. My faith, it's kind of like a painter is always looking for the right moment. He or she can find a palette and a scenery to paint, but if there's distractions, it's not going to happen. The creativity is not going to come out. The reality of the blessings of what this creator is trying to do is not going to come forth. And so I'm looking at this for number one is to be tenderhearted or be kind. Kind means that I'm empathetic. That means that I'm, tenderhearted. I am sensitive to other people. And I can't be that when I'm bound by fear. When I'm bound by fear and worry and just being off my A game, this is a fight. We're in a war. It's good versus evil. And I've got to ask myself this question. You know, how am I going to represent Christ as a trophy stand? I've got to be the best version that I can of that trophy stand. I've got to be polished and clean, as best as I can. I know we're human beings. We're not perfect. I'm certainly not perfect. But I'm saying this tonight is I don't want to allow distractions to get in the way of what God has for me to be. And again, I think this is a requirement. It's not a suggestion. So being kind-hearted, number two, is forgiving one another. I'll say with forgiving, that means that the person that's wronged me, we're good. You don't owe me anything. You don't owe me $1. You don't owe me a thank you. And some people, I may never get a thank you. It doesn't mean, though, that I'm rolling over and playing dead. It doesn't mean that I'm ignoring what happened in this, let's say, so-called event. It means that I've let go of any expectation of my life on this person. And it's so freeing because I try to follow up as growing in Christ. I pray for the person every day. Well, I'm not wronged every day. Some days more than others. But it means that when the occurrence happens, that person doesn't owe me anything. Now let's talk about this. Part B to that. I have to decide through prayer and according to the instruction manual, but especially through prayer and my relationship to God, what the next steps look like for this person. It may be it's not healthy for me to be in the same relationship that I had prior to being wronged. That's something that you and I have to go to God in prayer and decide. But am I holding anything? No, absolutely not. And again, why do I go to requirement? The last part I'm going to leave with you. Just as God in Christ has forgiven me, Christ died for the cause. He died to save my life. And when I look back, if I have a notebook, and I've got one right here, if I'm writing down every sin that I commit on a notebook for a week, a day, a week, a month, a year, 20 years, how many sins are out there? If God has forgiven me of all that, why can't I represent God, who's the source of forgiveness and life, to my fellow man? So I hope this has blessed you. I may ask one thing, please just like the video. The channel is growing and I'm grateful for that. So be blessed out there, but please, please, please click the thumbs up on the video if this has blessed your life. It is going out to a wider audience and I'm grateful for that. So go out, make this a great day, but above all, wait for it, make it a great day. Make it a godly day. Get it right.